Hey, Force Sensitives. I'm Darth and Magnus. Welcome back to my channel and my living room. Okay, so today with me I have the Dark War Glaive lightsaber with its Adegan silver blade. Turning it on in 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be bright. There we go. Figured I'd give you guys a warning since I think I forgot to do that last time. One of the most, I'd say, badass looking hilt that I have in my arsenal, definitely for sure. But with this Adegan silver blade, I am going to be showing you guys a 38 move demonstration today. It's going to be relatively simple. There's a bunch of Surisu stuff involved with it, especially at the beginning part. And we're going to continue to do things like I have been doing them. I'm going to shut off the lights here in the next few seconds, and I'm going to show you that 38 move sequence. So that way you guys can decide whether or not you want to learn it. And then I'll turn back on the lights, and I will break down the format of today's video. Okay? Sound good? All right. Glad to hear it. Start shutting off these lights. Oh yeah. Gotta love how bright this thing is. About to you, my brothers and sisters in the Force and in the balance. All right. Bow again to you guys. Okay. Turn this back on. Let me get a sip of water real quick. My throat is very dry today. So what'd you guys think of the 38 move sequence? Not so bad, right? You notice the figure 8 motions and the reverse figure 8 motions. So yeah, that's what I meant by the Surisu. But anyways, for those of you guys who are new, please stick around so I can break down the format of today's video, and that way you guys will know what's going to be happening in the next few minutes. If you're not new, then you already know what I'm going to say, so I will see you guys in that first demonstration. Speaking of demonstrations, we got 3 of them to get through today. The first one I call the confusing demonstration, and the reason why I call it the confusing demonstration is because I use my own jargon and my own terminology to describe the movements. Allow me to give you guys a small sample size, okay? So I'm going to call my right hand my rear hand. Even though it's out in front of me, I'll explain why later, okay? So when I give out these commands, they are going to look and sound like this. Rear jab to the head. Rear hook to the head. Rear back hook to the body. Rear jab to the body. Rear pommel strike to the head. Now when it's in a reverse grip, it's always going to be an elbow something. For example, rear elbow high block. Rear elbow hook to the head. Rear elbow jab to the body. Okay? And then at the end, we're going to go into the two-handed movements. And since my rear hand is on top, and I'm going to call my left hand my lead hand, and since it's on bottom, the commands that you're going to hear come out of my mouth is going to start with the rear hand. For example, rear hook to the head, rear back hook to the head, rear slash from right to left. Okay? Things like that. So hopefully that will dispel any confusion you may or may not feel during the confusing demonstration. I'm going to go through all 38 moves individually and break them down for you guys, as well as show them to you guys as thoroughly as I possibly can. And then once we're done with that first demonstration, the confusing one, we're going to move on to the second demonstration, which is known as the counting demonstration. It's exactly how it sounds. We're just going to go through the same movements, but instead of me explaining the movements to you guys, I'm just going to go off of a counting system, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth until we reach that 38th move. I'm going to go at a steady pace so that way you guys can follow along at home or, you know, wherever you guys are at, the forest. I don't know. But anyways, after we're done with that second demonstration, I will go through and do the third and final demonstration, which I call the fun demonstration. Yeah, all right. What's a fun demonstration? I'm glad you guys asked. Fun demonstration is what I showed you guys at the very beginning of the video. It's where I shut off the lights, turn on this light, okay? And then I run through the 38 move sequence. Except this time, you guys will have the full context on how it goes from beginning to end, okay? Let's see, a couple more things before we get into that first demonstration. Like I was saying before, I'm going to call my right hand my rear hand, and I'm going to call my left hand my lead hand, okay? Same thing goes for the feet. I'm going to call my right foot my rear foot, and my left foot my lead foot. The reason why I have it set up that way, where it's my right hand's always my rear hand and my left hand's always my lead hand, is that I suffer from short-term memory loss, so always calling them that consistently, it just helps me up here. So that's why I do it. Even though my right or rear hand may be out in front of me, that's why I call it the rear hand still. So just so you guys know. And then the final thing is something I like to call the shuffling effect. Now I'll let you guys know when we're utilizing the shuffling effect, but it's going to look and sound something like this. So I'm going to give out a command, for example, and say rear jab to the head shuffling forwards. What's going to happen is that your front foot is going to move up first, your back foot will follow, like so. Rear jab to the head shuffling forwards. Rear jab to the head shuffling forwards. Now when we're backing up, the opposite will be true. That back foot is going to go first, and the front foot will follow, okay? So for example, rear high block shuffling backwards. Rear high block shuffling backwards. Okay, just like that. All right. That's it. Yeah. Let's get into that first confusing demonstration. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Now we're all back together in the same group. Just let me get a sip of water real quick. All the talking that I just did and all the talking I'm about to do, it's making my throat even more dry. All right. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay. So we're gonna start off by getting into the Form 3 Sarisu stance. Now, if you want a reference for this stance, you can look up Revenge of the Sith, the movie. It's in the fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous. Now, here's what's going to do. You're gonna place your feet about more than shoulder width apart, okay? Your lead hand is going to be pointed out in front of you, since we're starting off with the saber in our rear hand, okay? You're going to hold the saber like this, and you're going to rock back onto your rear foot. Okay? So that's how your Form 3 Sarisu stance looks like. Alright? Okay. So, we're going to step forward with our rear foot as we do a rear jab to the head. And we're going to come around for a rear hook to the head into a rear back hook to the body. And we're going to shuffle forwards for a rear jab to the body. Next, we're going to shuffle backwards as we do a rear figure 8 block to the left. Shuffle backwards as we do a rear figure 8 block to the right. Then we are going to shuffle forwards for a rear jab to the head. Now this is move number 7. I'm telling you this because we're about to go into doing the reverse figure 8 motions, okay? So this is move number 7. So after this rear jab to the head as you shuffle forwards, we're going to reverse the grip on our lightsaber hilt. We're going to do our first block to the left, and we're going to shuffle backwards as we do so. So this will be move number 8. We're going to go all the way to 20. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you're going to stop on your left side. Start on your left side, stop on your left side. You're going to shuffle forwards as we do a rear elbow jab to the body. Next, we are going to flip the lightsaber into our lead hand in a standard grip. We are going to turn counterclockwise. Our lead foot will step over our rear foot. We're going to take the pommel of the hilt and we're going to do a lead pommel strike to the head. And then we are going to do a lead back hook to the head. Immediately after that lead back hook to the head, I want you to take your rear foot, okay, and we're going to do what I call a front kick, but what some of you guys may know as a Spartan kick. Make sure the heel of your foot is making connection with the mid-stomach, the chest level, okay? So that's what it's going to look like. But like I said, the lead back hook to the head and the front kick is going to be almost like one fluid motion. So we have lead pommel strike to the head, lead back hook head, rear front kick, okay? As soon as you plant your rear foot on the ground, we're going to pivot to face this direction. We are going to do a lead high block stationary into a lead low block stationary, and then a lead block to the right. Then we are going to pass off the lightsaber like a baton into our rear or right hand, okay? We are going to begin to turn in a clockwise motion. Our rear foot will step over our lead foot. We're going to do a rear spin back hook to the head, okay? Then we are going to dip the blade to the left. And as we dip it to the right, we are going to do another rear spin back hook to the head, okay? And immediately after you do that second rear spin back hook to the head, this time we're going to take our lead foot and we're going to do a front kick, okay? So we'll go back to the beginning. So we have lead high block into a lead low block and then a lead block from the right. Pass off the lightsaber hilt to your rear hand, and then you're going to do a rear spin back hook to the head. Dip the blade to the left, dip it to the right, into another rear spin back hook to the head. Then a lead front kick, okay? Now we're facing this direction again. We're going to do a stationary rear high block into a rear low block, and then a rear block from the right. We're going to shuffle forwards as we do a rear jab to the head. At this point, you're going to bring your lightsaber hilt behind your head, grasp it with both hands, okay? Rear hand on top, lead hand on bottom. We're going to do a rear slash from right to left. Then we're going to step forward with our lead foot as we do a rear back hook to the head. Then we're going to step forward with our rear foot as we do a rear slash from right to left. And then you're going to pop the lightsaber hilt up into the air. You're going to catch it in reverse with your rear hand, okay? Like so. Boom. And then we're going to do a rear elbow jab to the body as your 38th and final move, okay? So, boom, boom, okay? And that's it for the first demonstration. Let me get some more water and we'll get started on that second demonstration. Told you guys it was pretty easy. Okay, so rear hand, standard grip, form 3, Surisu stance. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay, that's it. Told you guys it was it was going to be a relatively simple session today, even though it's 38 moves, but I figured, since we did we went over this with the journeyman classes. That's the Jedi side of the saber drills that I've been releasing for the past couple weeks. Which now we're beyond that. But anyways, I wanted to bring back some of those movements so that way you guys didn't forget what you guys learned from those lessons. Okay, so this is a good refresher, not just for you guys, but for me as well. All right, so I'm gonna grab another sip of water, and then I'm gonna shut off these lights, and this is where the fun begins. Now that you guys know everything there is to know, we are gonna have some fun. Okay. Not so bad, right? I'm gonna run through it one more time. This time I'll go a lot slower for you guys so that way we can do it together, all right? So I'll count down from 3, and then I'm gonna go at this kind of a pace. Okay, so we can do it together, all right? So go ahead, get into your Form 3 Sarisu stance. 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, did we keep up? You guys gotta let me know. Okay, good. So here we have it, the Dark War Glaive, lightsaber yet again, 32-inch blade on here. All right. What do you guys think of the 38 move sequence? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna stop the video here, but in case you guys didn't know, I'm Darth and Magnus. May the Force be with you, and may that balance keep you, my friends. You guys, take care.